This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Welcome back. In just 9 days from now, the big elections of Tamil Nadu are going to take place. That's on the 13th. There's been very little time for campaigning. The Election Commission has been very tough in this state. Both, many people say, are a good thing because less money is being spent and voters really don't need too much campaigning. They know what this is all about because there's the same old parties and the same old foes fighting it out together. We've got the person who's going to tell us at the end of the show who's winning. He always gets it right. Dorab Supariwala, young at heart as ever. We've got Shushila Ravindranath, who's a consulting editor with the Financial Express and an expert on Tamil Nadu politics, and a historian and writer, a Tamil writer, Mr. Venkata Chalapati. Thanks very much for joining us. And in our studios, we've got Dr. Maitreyan, the spokesperson for the AIADMK. Sir, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be coming to you in a second from now. Also, later in the show, we'll be joined by Karimori, the leader of the DMK, one of the top leaders of the DMK, and of course the daughter of the Supremo, Mr. Karunanidhi. That's in a short while from now. But first, let's look at what the current situation is. This is what it looks like. Basically, in the last assembly election and the last Lok Sabha election, the DMK won very easily in this state. It's got a solid foundation. That's the point number one. Point number two is, what about the allies? The Congress party, if you look at the figures here, have dropped dramatically over the decades. They used to be about 40% of the vote, then they dropped to 20% of the vote, and now they are estimated to hold only about 10% of the vote. So they are a major ally, but with only 10% of their vote, their clout is slightly reduced. Although this time, with the DMK in a bit of trouble at the center, the relative bargaining power of the Congress has improved. Finally, and this is very significant in Tamil Nadu, which is basically two coalitions fighting each other, the DMK and the AIADMK. The smaller parties are very important, and if you look at how the smaller parties have increased their strength, first look at AIADMK plus DMK. Their total vote of the two main parties, it had peaked at around 65%, but it's now down to a combined total of both of them of only 45%. The smaller parties have gradually increased, and now altogether they're a block of 25%. So Dorab, smaller parties, much more bargaining power now.
Yes, that's why you find that this time Mr. Karunanidhi is not even fighting half the seats. Jayalalitha is fighting only 160 seats. This is almost unheard of because the smaller parties otherwise they just go away and take 7, 8, 10% of the votes. As MDMK's Vaiko is opted out and his votes are now available for grabs.
Right.
So you want to tie up these smaller parties.
Dr. Maitreyan, if I can just ask you, the role of your allies, crucial in this election. Are you satisfied with your ally? Are you very happy that you've got Vijay Kant? He also brought about 10% of the vote to the table last time, but he fought on his own. Is it going to be additive to you? Are you going to gain all those 10%, or is it going to be slightly eroded to the DMK also?
Basically, AIADMK is the #1 party in the state. Our vote percentage is somewhere 30 plus. Now, we have definitely improved our alliance tally this time. The factors which include are the two left parties, the CPM and the CPI, and Mr. Vijay Kant's DMDK. Apart from this, we have a big chunk of votes coming from Sharat Kumar's party, the film actor Sharat Kumar's party, Muslim outfit, then a big Dalit party from the south, Pudiya Tamilagam, Dr. Krishnaswamy's party. So alliance-wise, we have a rainbow alliance this time, and definitely it will be a winning combination.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.